I'm gonna wait a couple seconds. Actually, I'm gonna hop on my iPad here and just post something really quickly to Facebook to let everybody know that I am on a couple minutes early. Oh, I see, have a new member request. Live on YouTube now. All right. Usually takes a couple minutes for everybody to get the notification and hop on, so I don't really think... We've got 2 people there. Hi! You guys say hey, let me know where you're from. That would be great. And your skin type. That would be fun. That's our welcome, is name, location, and skin type. That would be fun. And let me just accept this member request so that they don't miss out if that's what they're here for. And okay, we're done. And we're ready. I'm gonna just give it a couple more minutes. I'm just give you a little bit of intro. So, okay, I get a lot of questions on the Facebook page about skincare, and I love it because I am obsessed with skincare. It's super important to me. It has been for a really, really long time. For those of you who are new, don't know, I have suffered with rosacea for probably about 12 or 13 years now. And before that, I guess around when I turned 25, my skin started changing. I went from having basically perfect skin throughout my teenage years to all of a sudden, and which I was a little bit oily. I would get a couple of, you know, breakouts on my forehead because of like sweat and hairspray. But other than that, nothing until I was 25 about, and then all of a sudden my skin just got grease ball. Oh, hi from the Philippines. That's awesome. What time is it in the Philippines? Just curious. Around 25, my skin just got super, super, super oily. And so I started having to wear more heavier weight foundation, like long wear foundation, which really isn't designed to be worn every day. I know that there are, like, it's a whole big thing now where everybody wears long wear foundation every day and that matte heavy look, you know, but it's really, that foundation was not really designed to be a daily foundation. It was made for, you know, events and things like that, not just life. But it was the only thing that would stay on my face, and as a result of that, I just continued to have progressive problems and started having to cycle through the skincare that was recommended for girls when I was in high school who were dealing with breakouts and such. And so I did like the special soap bar and the Sea Breeze astringent on my face, and no moisturizer because moisture was the enemy, and my skin just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And then as I got into my 30s, I started having issues with rosacea, and so it's been a whole lot of fun. And as a result, I have done an obsessive amount of research into skincare and basically just turned everything that I had ever been told about skincare on its head. Now, mind you, my previous advice wasn't really coming from like a dermatologist, or it was just conventional wisdom, you know. So just learned a lot about the pH balance of the skin and about the need for restoring the moisture balance in your skin, the things that cause aging, the things that cause inflammation, and how bad that is for your skin in general, irritation and inflammation, how important, you know, protecting your skin was, and things like that. And so I kind of put together a routine based on my reading from, you know, leaders in the skincare industry and dermatologists and things like that. So that's kind of what what I want to share tonight. I'm not really going to be giving a whole lot of, I will intersperse here and there, but what I really want to talk about is just putting together a good skincare routine for yourself. One that's adaptable, one that you can streamline, hit the high points on like late nights, and then, you know, add to when you have a little bit more time, or on the weekends, or when you feel like you need it, that sort of thing. So, and then that way you have kind of, everybody has a blueprint, and then you can tailor it and customize it for your skin type. So I want to kind of breeze through that blueprint here at the beginning, and then that way I'll have some time to answer your questions. So we're getting quite a few people joining on with us, and so I'm going to kind of start to get into the actual meat of the discussion now. But anyway, like I was saying, this topic came up because I get a lot of questions on the Facebook page about skincare, and I think that that's amazing because it really shows that people see that those go together. You know, that your foundation isn't made necessarily to make up for the deficiencies in your skincare. That your foundation works better on top of good skincare and good skin. So not only do you does it look better on your skin, on skin that's been taken care of, but it makes your foundation go further, especially in this format for Savvy, because you have to use less of it, you know. So if you don't need like maximum coverage, then you're using less of your foundation, which is a very good thing. So for those of you who don't make that connection with skincare and foundation, well, I hope it's because, you know, your skin is just like awesome and you don't have to think about it, because it must be nice. Is it nice? I think it might be nice to not have to think about your skin and be dealing with issues and trying to fix problems and things like that. But it could also just be culture. I mean, I didn't grow up in a house where you know, skincare was really talked about very much. You know, we just used the soap that we washed our bodies with on our faces, and left it at that. And like I said, it was fine up until I got into my 20s, and then I really think my skin was kind of like, all right, enough is enough, you know, because I do feel like skin issues with your skin, they can relate to a lot of things. It can be hormones, it can be dietary, and it can also just be cumulative over time. If your skin has been dehydrated, if your skin has been you know, exposed to things that cause inflammation or irritation on your skin, you're going to see cumulative effects from that, whether it be breakouts or dry flakiness or redness or, you know, just fine lines and wrinkles showing up faster on you than your friends. It's a cumulative thing is what I'm trying to say. So, before we get into the actual outline of things, I want to just say right here and right now, I am not a dermatologist. I am not an esthetician. I am not a skincare expert. I'm just somebody who has struggled for the past, I guess, since I was 25. So a long time to come to a place where I feel like I've got a lock on skincare for me, and I kind of understand the basics of what should work or should be included for most people, especially once you get into your 30s and you start getting older and you start thinking about combating those signs of aging and things like that. And your hormones are changing as well. So, okay, so disclaimer out of the way. This is just what I have gleaned from my years of obsessive study. And it's something that I'm super passionate about. So I might get a little about some things. I'm just going to forewarn you guys. But I mean, if you've been on this channel for a while, if you've been with me for a while, then you know I get excited. I get excited about things that are important to me. So I might get a little bit excited when we're talking. I'm not fussing at anybody. I'm just really passionate about this. So, so the basic rundown, and this is going to be the full spectrum of what I think a skincare regimen should include. Remove your makeup, cleanse your skin. Those are separate steps. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. Exfoliate. This one is optional. Not everybody needs to exfoliate every day. And so this would be one that you would do based on your skin type and your skin's needs at some point during the week. Some people just do it on the weekend. Some people do it every other day. Some people actually do exfoliate every day, but we'll talk about that a little bit more. And then toning, I'm gonna switch fingers. Toning, this is not a step to remove whatever makeup you didn't already wipe off your face with your cleanser. This has a very unique purpose, and it's meant to pH balance your skin. That is also, toners can also come in different forms, and a lot of them have some really good skin nourishing ingredients in them. So it's important that the toner step is going on clean skin. And we'll talk about that more. The next optional step, or every so often step, would be treatments. So that would be your serums, that would be anti-aging products, that would be skin brightening products, that would be vitamin C serums and things like that. That would be in the treatment section. Not everybody does those every day, and some people, when they're like extra like me, have multiple products that they kind of rotate throughout the week. And some people save it for, you know, the weekend. But most of those treatment type things also would be at night, not morning and evening. And then the next step is to moisturize. This applies to everyone, every day. Anytime you wash your face, you need to tone it and moisturize it. Those are non-negotiables. And even oily skin. And that is probably the single biggest skincare revelation and good skincare thing I've done for myself in this entire journey. I'll talk about that more too. And then the last thing would be to spot treat any spots you might have. It's important that if you're spot treating, that it goes on after pretty much all of your skincare. That way you don't wipe it off with something else. And then really it would be protect and spot treat. So protection is, and this is up to your discretion and how you feel about it personally, morally, ethically, whatever, is SPF. And so that would be the protection is sun protection, and then spot treating anything that you know you might have going on in your face that you want to deal with. And it's important that that's done last, like I said, because otherwise you're just going to wipe it off with something else if you do it beforehand. So that's the rundown. There's 7 steps. 3 of them are necessary every single day. Taking your makeup off. No, I'm sorry, 4. 4 of them are necessary every single day. Somebody named Jurassic Mark just joined. I hope that they're nice and not a troll because I love their username. Okay, so the 4 steps that are necessary every single day are removing your makeup. Unless you don't wear makeup, then you're down to 3, bonus. Okay, but then if you don't wear makeup, I don't know why you're on my Savvy Girls Guide page, but that's fine. You can be here. We like you anyway. The second one is to actually cleanse your skin. The third one would be to tone your skin. And then the 4th one would be to moisturize. Those 4, or 3 if you're not wearing makeup that day, are absolutely necessary morning and evening every single day. Okay, I feel like I need some Frank. I'm feeling all the feelings about this conversation because it's, like I said, it's super passionate. I'm super passionate about it. Okay, so the first thing, removing your makeup. That is not the job of your cleanser, especially if you are using, and okay, you can use your cleanser, but you have to do it twice. You have to do it once to take your makeup off and once to actually cleanse your skin and get those ingredients on your bare face, okay? The reason that I use 2 separate products for the, a separate product for the makeup removal is because that cleanser ain't cheap, y'all. And I don't want to just wash it down the drain trying to get off my mascara and my full coverage foundation, I want the expensive ingredients that I paid for to actually penetrate my skin and do what it was formulated to do. If there's a barrier between those things, then you're not getting the full impact of it. If it's still taking makeup off, you're not getting the full benefit of it and the full impact of it. So what I do personally is I use coconut oil to take off all of my makeup first. And then I rinse my face off. Well, I use a cloth and I gently wipe the oil off of my face. And I use lukewarm water. This is very important. Extreme temperatures on your skin are going to cause irritation and inflammation in your skin. You know how your face gets red when it's too cold or it's too hot. If you put really cold water or really hot water on your face gets really red. That is not a good thing. It's not. Anytime your skin gets irritated like that, that cumulative effect is going to happen, especially if you do it routinely. That cumulative effect is going to happen, and you're going to start seeing signs of aging. You're going to start seeing increased breakouts. You're going to start seeing whatever your skin is prone to do. You're probably going to start seeing that more, but you definitely will start seeing signs of aging faster if you routinely put your skin in extreme temperatures. So soft cloth and lukewarm water. Carrier oils are the best for this because they just really emulsify all the makeup on your face and just wipe it away super easily. You don't have to do any tugging or pulling or anything that is also going to add irritation to your skin and just lead to bad things. And it's super cheap, super cheap. In most instances, you can get a good carrier oil for really cheap, and you're not wasting product washing away, wasting expensive product washing away makeup. So just quickly some carriers by skin type. For normal skin, coconut oil, sweet almond oil, apricot, argan, jojoba, and grapeseed oil are good. For dry skin, olive, sweet almond, avocado, and rosehip oil. For oily skin, sunflower, jojoba, tamanu, evening primrose would be good. For mature skin, sweet almond. If you have normal to dry skin, apricot if you have normal to combo skin, and jojoba if you have oily or normal combo skin. If you have sensitive skin, you can use jojoba if you're also oily or normal to combo, sweet almond if you're normal to dry, or apricot if you're normal. So those would be good ones to look into. The second step is to actually cleanse your skin and get that good nutrient-rich cleanser on your face. And let it do its thing. Let it have full access to every pore on your face and not have anything in the way because you've already taken all the makeup off. It's important to make sure that the cleanser that you're using is formulated for your skin type, because then you're going to run into a host of issues if you're trying to use a cleanser that isn't suited to your skin type. So we talked about the importance of taking all the makeup off already, so that's good. And what I normally do for my cleanser is I put some in my hand. Whenever I'm applying anything to my face, I always use my fingertips. Always, always. So when I'm cleansing my face, I'm going in circular motions, sweeping upwards with my fingertips, not my hands. I'm not dragging it down. I'm not beating my face up like that. Fingertips, light, circular motions, and get that nice and worked into your skin. And then again, soft cloth, lukewarm water, gently wipe it off, and you're good to go. So the third step would be exfoliating if you want to do that. And again, this one is optional and not one that you have to do every single day. So before I get into exfoliation, let me just stop for 2 minutes and see if anybody has any questions about removing makeup or cleansing the skin, or any comments or anything associated with those things, because I'm talking a whole lot. And I feel like I'm talking at myself because nobody's talking to me. Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? No? Okay. Then we will move on to exfoliation. Now, again, like I said, this one is not one that you have to do every single day. Most people don't, unless they use, so there are two different types of exfoliants. There is a manual exfoliant. Those are the ones that are kind of gritty, the scrubs and things like that. And then there is a chemical or liquid exfoliant that uses, what are they called? That are basically derived from extracts from fruit that causes a chemical reaction on your skin, which exfoliates it more gently without using any sort of manual or scrubbing action to do that. And they typically also will have lots of other good skin loving ingredients in them. I lean more towards the liquid exfoliant side because of how gentle it is, because it was one of the skincare ingredients that kind of rocked my world and helped my skin to make a pretty big, significant turnaround. But there is some controversy about the ingredients of most of those liquid exfoliants, so do your homework on that. I am not a fan of the manual exfoliants. I do have the Satin Mint Scrub from Young Living. I tend to use it more like a mask than anything else. I'll probably do it once or twice a month. It's more of a pampering thing for me. It feels really nice on the skin. It smells really nice. I'll just apply it gently, let it sit until it dries, and then gently wipe it off. So I'm not rubbing it into my face really. And the reason that I'm not a fan of those types of masks, even though the Young Living one is one of the more gentle options available, is that same reason with the irritation and inflammation. Anytime you cause irritation to the skin, and those scrubs will give you little micro tears in your skin, and those things those things will help speed up the aging process. And I don't really want anything to speed that up. So that's why I'm not a fan. I have one face, and I want to be nice to it. So okay, the next step is number 4, and that would be to tone or pH balance your skin. Now, like I said in the beginning, the toner, growing up, I was always told that the toner was, you know, the last cleansing step. You know, you get any last trace of makeup that you have. If you're putting on your toner and you have mascara on your pad, you're not toning your skin. You're just removing makeup. And, you know, again, there's the barrier there. It's not able to penetrate your skin. Most toners will have, especially like the Young Living toner, for example, it has amazing skin loving ingredients in it. And if there's something still on your skin, it's not penetrating all the way. It's just sitting on top of whatever's left of your makeup on your face. So you want those ingredients to soak into your skin. So you need to make sure that it's clean. Somebody had, typically most toners are meant to pH balance your skin back to normal so that it can then receive any of the other skincare ingredients that you're going to be putting on after that. But the cleanser, I believe I read that our cleanser is meant to pH balance the skin. It doesn't mess with the pH of your skin, which is good. But it still has a lot of amazing ingredients that will not get on your face if you still have makeup. Plus, if you're using it to remove your makeup, that's a very expensive makeup remover, I will say. That's the same reason I don't like using the wipes. Not only do I have to be super careful about the ingredients and what I actually put on my face, but that's a really expensive makeup remover, y'all. Like, there's cheaper, better, more effective options out there. So, and I feel like it's a waste of a quality product, in my opinion. And I feel that way about that. That's one of the reasons why I'm super vigilant about double cleansing, because I want the expensive money, the expensive skincare that I'm investing in to actually absorb into my skin and do its job. Okay. So that's toner. The next one is another optional one. and that is the treatment step. And so that is where you would start to do your any anti-aging stuff that you do. You can do your under eye stuff. If you know, have like a little wrinkle roller, you can put that on. If you're using like the Boswellia wrinkle cream or something like that, that's when you would go ahead and apply that to your face. You know, some people use vitamin C serums and things like that. And you know, so that would be the place where you would use any targeted treatment type creams and serums. So like that's where I would put this on. That's where I would, you know, put the wolfberry eye cream under my eye, that sort of thing. And then you go in after that step. The next step, number 6, is to moisturize. And the purpose of the moisturizer is to restore the moisture balance of your skin. And also, if you have to make sure that you have a moisturizer that is suited to your skin type, so that it helps to maintain the moisture balance of your skin. And one of the things, you know, that seemed counterintuitive to me as an oily skin person is that, you know, I wasn't using moisturizer, and I thought if I used moisturizer, I would make my skin more oily. But because the moisture balance, I would strip the crap out of my face with the other products that were meant to attack my acne or my rosacea or whatever. But I wouldn't put any moisturizer on. So my skin was parched. And so to compensate for that, my oil glands would start producing oil to try to make up for the moisture loss. And since I've started using moisturizer morning and evening all the time, and double cleansing, and that has helped a lot too. I have noticed my skin has just generally been more balanced. My oil production is way down, and it seems counterintuitive, but when you understand the way skin works and what the product is actually designed to do, then you know, it does make sense. So I would recommend making sure the most important thing is to moisturize every day. The second most important thing, or equally most important thing to that, is to make sure that you have a moisturizer that is suited to your skin type. You know, dry skin people trying to use this twice a day on their skin probably aren't going to be super impressed with it, because they need something, at least the nighttime one has to have a little bit more oomph to it. Likewise, you know, oily skin girls who are trying to use, you know, like the Art Intensive moisturizer or something like that are really not going to like it, because just the way that your skin is, you know, dry skin can absorb a heavier cream, oily skin can't. So, so you want to make sure that you pick one that is suited to your skin type. And I just got a question. It's serum first, then moisturizer. Yes. The moisturizer also, the second part of the moisturizer's job, aside from restoring the moisture balance in your skin, hydrating your skin, nourishing your skin, is to seal in any of those other specialty targeted treatment type ingredients that you have. So, so it's really, really important. And then the last step is to protect and spot treat. Now again, you know, the spot treatment one is optional, you know, and the protect is really just up to your personal discretion. I have found that my skin needs sun protection. I have rosacea. I am prone to sunspots, and even though I am not outside a whole lot, just driving in my car, I tried going without the sunscreen for a while. I didn't really notice a huge flare up in my rosacea, but I immediately developed 2 sunspots on the side of the car window. So, so yeah, so I choose to use a sun protector. every day, not just when I'm going out to the beach and stuff. But I know that that's a controversial topic. I know that there are lots of thoughts and opinions about sunscreen. You do your education. You make your own personal decision on what you're comfortable with. So, and then spot treatment is the last thing that you would do on top of all of your other skincare, but before makeup. So if you have a little spot, just apply some of that, whatever you use for that, let it dry, apply your foundation, and then you're good to go. So I do have kind of a rundown of some hot takes, kind of summarize all of this information. I'm going to post this in the video description so that you have that. But before I go into that, I've got about 5 more minutes and then I got to run. But do I have any questions? I know I've thrown a lot of information. Like I said, I'm going to summarize this really fast and then I'm going to put it in the comments section. Any questions? Any questions? Steph, I appreciate you talking back to me so I didn't feel like I was just giving a lecture. I kind of did feel like I was giving a lecture though. I'm just super passionate about skincare, y'all. Super, super passionate about it. But I was hoping for a little bit more back and forth here. But hopefully people will hop on later and post comments in the questions in the comment section. And we can have a little chat there. Okay, so the quick rundown before I hop off here. My top tips for skincare is number 1, to keep it as simple and gentle as possible with as few ingredients as possible. The fewer ingredients, the less chance that you have to get a reaction to anything. So that just kind of simplifies it and keeps it safer for everybody. Removing your makeup is a separate step. We talked about that ad nauseum. Don't use extreme temperatures on your skin. That causes inflammation and irritation, which leads to, you know, signs of aging showing up faster, which nobody wants. When you're introducing new skincare, don't do it all at once. So say you buy the Art Skincare line for the first time. You're like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for it. Don't do it all at once. Start with one product at a time. Give it a week or 2. See how your skin does. Because if you do the entire line all at once, then you don't know what and you have a weird reaction, then you don't know what you're reacting to. So introduce one product at a time. Give it a week or 2. See how your skin does. And then introduce the next product. Let's see what's next. This is another question that I get a lot. In general, when you're applying your skincare, you don't need to really wait between steps. So like when you tone, you don't need to let your, fan your face down before you move on to the next step. You can just go one right to the other. The only exception would be spot treating. You do want to make sure that you do that after all of your skincare and that you let it dry before you apply makeup on top of it. Oh, this one's fun. When you moisturize and protect, do it from the boobs up, because your chest is often exposed to the sun, and of course all the way up to your neck here. And don't forget the ears. The ears show signs of aging. The ears and the nose show signs of aging on your face faster than most other places. Well, besides the under eye area. If you're over 30, oh, and don't forget your hands too. I always take whatever's left on my hands and I rub it on the tops of my hands to keep them nice and youthful looking too. So if you're over 30, look for products that have hyaluronic acid in them. There are several in the Young Living skincare line that do have hyaluronic acid. For those of you who don't know, the name might sound really scary, but I promise you it's not. Hyaluronic acid is basically naturally occurring in the human body. I'm reading from my notes here. It works as a magnet for moisture, helping your cells to retain as much as possible so that your skin feels and appears hydrated, plump, healthy, and youthful. So it's really, really good. It's really, really good. Hyaluronic, I'll post it in the video description. And then the last tip would just be to apply all of your products with your fingertips in circular motions with an upward sweep to them. Sweeping. above your face. So that's all I have for today. I literally could do a whole series on skincare because I have so many thoughts and opinions, but I tried to condense the basics down so that everybody would just have like a blueprint and be able to apply that to their existing skincare. I know that there's always some confusion, like most people don't know really what the purpose of toner is. Most people don't realize that cleanser isn't meant to take your makeup off. Most people don't know the order: serum, moisturizer, moisturizer, serum, you know, those sorts of things. And I know I didn't. I had to read and I had to research. So I've condensed it all here for you. I'll put that that rundown and the top tips in the video description for you, so you have that as a reference. And if nobody has any questions, I'm gonna go wash my face and get in my jammies and get ready to watch This Is Us. So, but I can be on here for about another minute if anybody has a question. If you're watching this on the replay, please post your questions in the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, people are starting to go bye-bye now, so I'm going to go bye-bye now. Thank you guys so much for hopping on with me, and I hope that you learned something. If so, give this video a thumbs up on your way out and consider sharing it and subscribing to my YouTube channel. That would help me out a whole lot. Otherwise, I think I'm going to stop yammering on now, and I hope y'all have a great evening, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.